let's make a jetpack. Okay. Nope. Nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Hello, hello. Welcome back, everybody, to ScrapCraft Feed the Beast. See that man over there? Last one here. It's right there. He's, he can't come to the phone right now. Oh. We are setting up our inventory system for the day. And it should be good enough to last us for a while. Alright, very good. We're going to be using Applied Energistics, which is a very new... Well, I don't know if it's actually very new, but it's a very cool mod. It allows you to store a whole buttload of items and do a bunch of really cool processing and stuff like that. You can basically... You have a very dynamic inventory. And yeah, so... here's all the items from Applied Energistics. Do you have flint on you? Oh, I do. I went too far. Yeah, so we need inventory. We've got power. This thing works great, by the way. It shuts off on its own. Let's go back here. Don't look at any of that. Yeah, so it's shut off right now. If we look at it, the pump should be, or the tank should be losing. Yeah, losing very slowly. Our engines, they don't run all that often. And I think most of our lava draw is from, the last one here's thermal generators. They're very cool looking. I don't actually know how much they're making, but if I ever need to, here, let's get my jetpack off. He's got 3 MFEs. No wonder we don't have any redstone, guy. Oh wow, he made an MFSU. Dang. Look at how much that holds. That's a 10 million, if I counted that right. Maybe it's just 1 million. EU. That's a lot. Anyhow, he's got this going. And also, I am trapped. That's what I am. I'm trapped. They're powering our ME system. ME is, I think, matter energy. Anyhow, it's the AE. It's the Applied Energistics system of inventory, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So, you see this guy right here. This little half of a rainbow. Anyhow. This is an ME controller. If you want an ME system, you need a controller. So, that's where we start. Okay. And now, the thing about ME is it stores items as data. So, this guy, I don't actually have an ME chest, and that's unfortunate. I actually don't have a lot of things in place. I should have waited a little while. Alright, well, this is a storage drive, and you can store items on it. You can store items in 2 different ways. For each item you put in, it uses a certain amount of the bytes. I actually don't know how many bytes per item, but it can hold a lot, and it can hold things greater than 1 stack. So you can stack things that shouldn't stack, and you can hold greater than 64 of one item at a time. So each drive can hold 63 different types of items. So I can have all of my ores on one drive if I wanted to, as long as there's 63 different types of them. And that's one way of limiting the amount of items on a storage drive. You can limit the amount of types it can hold. You can limit what items are on it. We do that with a pre-formatter. Let's clear this. So if I put my guy in, and I get some gravel, do a little ghost block, and I want to name this guy gravel, because that's all I want to store in here. Did I spell that right? It looks weird. Alright, so now it says gravel. The cool thing is this guy will only hold gravel now. Alright, so that's 4, 28. This stuff is so expensive. Here's the cabling that you need for a lot of stuff. You need 2 redstone and quartz fiber. Quartz fiber, you need 3 quartz dust and glass. It's super expensive. Recipe for one. This is the smallest drive you can get. Okay, you need a storage cell, all this stuff. Storage cell, you need all that stuff and a basic processor. Where do you get the basic processor, Panda? Well, you get it from a basic processor assembly that you smelt down. Where do you get the basic processor assembly? Well, you get it right here, and you gotta use this quartz knife. Mine's right there, almost broken. Actually, let me put the glass in here before it gets mad. We're running super low on redstone, and I know a lot of it's because of me, because I made a bunch of drives. But anyhow, all the pre-formatted drives I want to stick in this guy right here. I think he has my permission. Oh. So I told you that we're storing items as data, and now you can see I have no way of accessing any items. I can't put items in here, but there's a drive that's ready to accept items on there. And if I wanted to, I could slap down my access terminal right here, and I could do it. Okay, really quickly, I need to check priority 1. That needs to be Hey, hey, you wanna play that game? Oh, there's nothing in that. There's nothing. Okay, well, we're storing items as data, so he just put all the drives in. So we have one for cobble, one for dirt, one for flint, one for marble, one for gravel. Now, we're not putting these in because we want lots of these things. We're actually putting them in because we don't want that much of them. But we do want some, and then this is the best way we know to limit them. Well, it's not the best way, but it's a good way to limit them. So, each of these drives will hold they're going to use the entire drive to store their type of item. So, never will we ever have, if this goes according to plan, more cobble in our system than this can hold. That's the plan. Now, here's how we're going to get rid of the excess. So you can set priorities on these things. So this guy has priority 128. Huh. This got changed like a couple updates ago, and now it's been ruining my life because I can't remember which way it is anymore. Anyhow, you can go in the storage bus and you can put cobble, gravel, marble. Dang guy. He put stuff in the entirely wrong thing. So here's how we're getting rid of stuff. We're going to put stuff in the storage bus. The storage bus is this little kind of square thing that's slapped on the side. It's like a suction cup that's on the side of this tesseract. Now this tesseract I have on the delete frequency. I'm being very cryptic. I apologize. So the storage bus, he'll only put these items in here. Now we need to set the priority on the storage bus. So 64. What did he say? Lower number is the first visited. Okay, good. So then I want this guy to be... I want him to be number 4 then. And I want... Oh, these don't go... There, they go up here. I didn't mean to put these there. Okay. So lower is the first visited, so I want this guy to be 128. Very good. And I want this guy to be number 4, and I want this guy to be right in the middle of those two at 64. Now, why am I doing that? Good question. If I can get out of here. Trapped like a rat in a maze. Let's go ahead and set the priority on the middle one too. You're number 4. You are number 4. So incoming items to our system will hopefully go into disks that are in this drive or this drive. This drive I want to keep way at the back. That's why he's at 128. Because I want pre-formatted items to be dealt with first. Okay. Now, so this guy's right in the middle, this storage bus, right? He's at 64. Okay, so between 4 and between 4 and 128. Very good. So he's going to try to store items in this tesseract. Well, tesseracts that kind of have a ghost inventory. This is an item tesseract. So it's going to think it's storing them in there, but what it's actually doing is it's going to put them in there, and it's just going to send it right into here. This is our delete tesseract. We're doing this so that if we ever have somewhere else that we want to delete items, we can just plug into this frequency, and it'll delete items. Okay, so basically, the way the priorities are set, so incoming items, if they can't if they can't fit in this drive or this drive, and there's not any drives in here right now, there's only those 5 that are in the top one right now. If they can't fit in there, it'll try to put them into here. But this guy only accepts items that we have defined right here. Those are the same items that we have drives for. Very good indeed. Now, everything else, we're not going to label. We're not going to format. We're not going to do anything. We're just going to put these drives in up here. Like that. Very good. See, they're green. They're not pre-formatted. These are pre-formatted. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So, only items that we have pre-formatted now, either the drive or determined with the storage bus, will be deleted. Or dealt with. Everything else coming through the system will go into these guys. These are 64K storage drives, so they can hold a lot of items. Buttloads even. I just have to be careful that Last doesn't fill it up with different types of items. He's notorious for dumping armor and tools and sticks in the system. So if that's the case, he's going to have to make some more drives. I don't want to. Okay. Right, I think we're good to go. Next thing we're going to need is an access terminal. Where do I want to put the access terminal? We're standing over here a lot, so I'm thinking I kind of want to put it... Is that a reach? That's kind of obscured, though. I'll put it up there. Okay, so I have 2 different terminals I want to place. I have an access terminal and a crafting terminal. So there's our access terminal. There's our crafting terminal. Now, unable to communicate with the controller. He needs to be talking to this guy. Alright, well, we can arrange that. So let's run some wiring. Very good. this is why ME is very cool, because you can set up a whole network to work with your inventory. So everything connected to the network will connect to our inventory of everything. That is the plan. I hope I have enough cables. Wouldn't that be awful? Alright, so now those two guys are connected. Ooh, it's going to be close. It is going to be close. Yeah. Oh, let's marry these two. Done. So now those two are connected, and if we come out, we should be able to open her up. And we can. Jubilous, jubilous. Okay. Now, let's take these drives out. Okay. Now let's put in some of those some of those items we pre-formatted. Let's put in some cobble. Very good. And let's put in some gravel. And I have a feeling they both just got deleted. Huh. These priorities are so finicky. Huh. Yep, okay. Let me let the last one know. So higher number, higher priority. Alright, so let's make this guy our 128. Same for this guy. This guy we're going to make our 4. There's got to be a better way. Alright, and now the other one I believe should be able to stay at 32. And I can move those around as needed if I need more and more frequencies, but I don't think I will. You can go up quite high, but I don't see why I would ever need that much. Alright, I've still got some dirt, so let's try this again. At least we know the item deleting is working. Finally. We've got some dirt in there. Haha, 50 dirt. So, yeah. And now let's take something we can't put in there, because nothing's pre-formatted. Can't put in any wood, because there's no drives that will take it. Items are stored on the drives, and I keep pressing E to exit, and it searches for things. See, you can go up here, and you can search. Whew. Yeah, so let's go ahead and pop in the other two drives. Now, pop in here, pop in here. Now if we go up to the dirt drive, who's up here, you can see he's got some items. Haha, yes. So everything's working. Why are we setting it up like this? Well, we're setting it up to take in a massive amount of items. We want to be able to plug multiple quarries into this and it work, and it will. Using this one ender chest right here, who I'm sure you've looked at and thought, oh dear God, is it on life support? Kind of. So here's an ender chest, and we actually have it set up to these ender pouches. So if we wanted to, we can put any items in and they will suck them out. These are import buses. They import items from inventories or machines to our network. And I have them on this thing called stack mode. Stack mode pulls items out stacks at a time. So if I put in, so there's one of these import buses on every face of this ender chest. So it can pull out 6 stacks at a time. That's a lot. Now, that's very cool. Ooh. So let's go back to Eden and put some of this to the test. Actually, no, let's go back to Eden and put some of this to the test. Hey, no roughhousing. Alright. Come on. Electrum, glowstone, quartz dust, Invar, sure. You know what? Oh, that's all I can hold. Yep. Welcome aboard, everybody. And I know it looks like it's getting pretty full, that we have this stuff in here and they're not pulling it out, but these aren't real. If I try to grab it, they're gone. Those are ghost items. It's pulling it out quicker than my client can register. See? Oop, nope, gone. Very cool. Yeah, so that's how we're doing our system. And now we can set up for reals mining operations, which has been a real limiting factor. But keep in mind right now we can only store so many different types of items, so we need to add more and more drives to keep up with the amount of items we have. That is the downside. Especially if the last one here has his way and we have a chest like this or a chest like this where we have all this stuff and he keeps these blast furnace bricks like they're going to be important later. Ugh, he just holds on to everything. Like 2 red cobblestone, we don't need that. Come on now. Ugh, total pack rat. Trying to think, like, what else would we never need? I don't know. But like this stuff, if this gets in our inventory, I'm going to burn a house down. We don't need armor in our thing. So, that's it for today. Let's actually go back and make sure all that stuff came through just fine. I'm sure it did, but I want to be sure. Cool. So here's all our stuff, and I told you it can hold more than a stack at a time. Sort by, I want to do it by item name. There we go. So, birchwood planks, yeah, very good. So you can see we're holding all these items, and how many different types of items are we holding? 27 out of a possible 126. So I'm actually kind of worried about that, but it's super hard to make more of those drives. Those storage clusters we talked about, these guys, storage cells, it takes 54 of those to make one of these drives, and that's where most of our redstone went. Don't tell that the last one here. I'm sure he used a lot of it on this MFSU, but I still feel pretty badly about it. Alright, so I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Adios. Bye-bye.